Black Panther has finally made his way back to the MCU, and now we get our first look at the new series coming to Disney Plus in 2022. But how much do we know about it so far? Well, here's everything we know about Black Panther right now. This series will follow the exploits of T'Challa after the events of Avengers Endgame. Now, to be clear, this isn't the first time we've seen the adventures of the iconic character. In fact, there was a solo movie released back in 2018, and that was actually groundbreaking for many reasons. For one, it had a predominantly black cast and crew. It also had amazing world building and introduced audiences to the fictional but advanced country of Wakanda. In the film, T'Challa, who was played by the late Chadwick Boseman, was the crown prince of Wakanda and the son of King T'Challa. Wakanda is a highly advanced yet hidden nation located in East Africa. It is rich in a rare metal called vibranium, which is what makes the country and its people so powerful. Vibranium is actually the same metal that Captain America's shield is made out of. But just because Wakanda is powerful doesn't mean it's always willing to share that power. After all, Wakanda's history was shaped by conflict. They were attacked by outsiders who wanted their vibranium, and they lost many lives in those battles. So naturally, they became extremely protective of their land. However, even though they preferred to stay hidden from the outside world, Wakanda still had ties to other nations and people. In fact, T'Challa met and befriended the human hero known as the Black Panther. Together, they fought to protect Wakanda and the rest of the world, but not everyone was happy with T'Challa becoming king. There were many rivals and enemies of Wakanda who would stop at nothing to take down the new monarch. Yet despite all the challenges he faced, T'Challa managed to rise to the occasion and prove himself to be a worthy leader. He used his intelligence, strength, and courage to defeat his enemies and usher in a new era of peace and prosperity for Wakanda. But as we saw in Endgame, that happily ever after didn't last very long. After 5 years of half the population disappearing, when they snapped back into existence, there were bound to be some complications. And one of those complications happened to be the disappearance of T'Challa's sister. While she wasn't gone for 5 years like the rest of them, she did leave Wakanda for an unknown destination shortly before the snap. No one knew where she went, or why, until recently, when it was revealed that she was with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, as of right now, it's unclear if Letitia Wright's character will be returning to Wakanda, or if she'll remain with the Guardians. The actress herself hasn't said anything about it yet, but whatever happens, it sounds like her absence will definitely be felt in the upcoming series. That's because, according to sources, Black Panther won't be picking up where the movie left off. Instead, the series will follow T'Challa after he becomes king. Well, as we mentioned earlier, Wakanda is a highly advanced society with technology that far exceeds anything we have today. Their buildings are sleek and futuristic, with flying cars and weapons that can cut through metal like hot butter. Not to mention their entire country is powered by an artificial intelligence program known as Harambe. Now, while all this technology is impressive, it's also extremely dangerous. That's because if it falls into the wrong hands, it could be used to do a lot of harm. That's something T'Challa will have to contend with in the series, as he tries to protect his people from those who want to exploit them for their own gain. On top of that, he'll also have to deal with the usual problems any ruler faces, such as keeping their country running smoothly and making sure everyone is happy. It won't be easy, especially since there are so many different factions within Wakanda itself. For example, there's the Jabari tribe, who live in the mountains and are experts in hand-to-hand combat. Then there's the River tribe, who are peaceful and wise. And of course, we can't forget about the Border tribe, who are fiercely protective of their homeland. All these different groups can be a source of strength for T'Challa, but they can also cause him headaches if they don't work together. Not to mention, he'll also have to deal with external threats from other countries and organizations who envy Wakanda's power. But luckily for T'Challa, he's not in this alone. He has his sister Shuri, who is a genius scientist and inventor. He has Nakia, a former lover and spy. And of course, he has the Dora Milaje, Wakanda's elite military force. They're the ones who will protect T'Challa at all costs and help him carry out his duties as king. Now, it's unclear what the overall tone of the series will be, but it's safe to say it will be more lighthearted than the previous solo film. After all, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige has said that he wants to make Wakanda feel like a living, breathing place. That means we'll likely see more of everyday life in Wakanda, as well as more of its culture and traditions. It could also mean we'll see some new and exciting additions to the MCU. After all, Wakanda is full of surprises. We learned in the previous film that there are all sorts of creatures and beings that live there, such as the heart-shaped herb, which gives whoever consumes it the powers of the Black Panther. It's possible we could see more of these mystical elements explored in this series. One thing's for sure, though, the series will be a great opportunity to learn more about one of the MCU's most fascinating and complex characters. We all get to see what it's like to be King of Wakanda and all the challenges that come with it. We'll also get to see more of the world and its people, as well as more of the culture and traditions. Overall, it promises to be an exciting and entertaining series that will expand the MCU in new and interesting ways. As for when we'll see it, we know it's been pushed back a few times already. But according to reports, filming is set to begin in July of 2022, with a release date sometime in 2023. But that's not the only thing we know about the show. In fact, there have been quite a few casting announcements over the past few months. For starters, we know that Gurira will be reprising her role as Okoye, the general of the Dora Milaje. We also know that Florence Kasumba will be returning as the villainous agent of Wakanda. Zuri and Winston Duke is also set to return as M'Baku, the leader of the Jabari tribe. Additionally, we know that Mabel Cadena will be joining the cast as the anti-heroine Namor, who is also known as the Submariner. She is the fierce queen of the undersea nation of Talokan and has a complicated relationship with Wakanda. In addition to these casting announcements, we also know that the series will be produced by Marvel Studios and will air exclusively on Disney+. The music for the series is being composed by Ludwig Göransson, who also scored the previous solo film. So, it's safe to say that the series will have a similar tone and feel to the movie? Overall, the news about the Black Panther series has been exciting and promising. Fans are eagerly anticipating the chance to return to Wakanda and learn more about its history, culture, and people. With a talented cast and crew on board, it's sure to be a hit when it eventually airs on Disney+. If you want to learn more about the upcoming Marvel shows on Disney+, click here to watch our most recent video on Moon Knight, or click here to watch the latest trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.